jump shots. He catches the ball in transition, gets to the rim. 6'9", he's a terrific scorer.
Michael Beasley ties the game at 2, and those two guys might go back and forth through the night. Just joining us, no Rafer Alston, no Dwayne Wade tonight for Miami, both unavailable with injuries. Beasley from 20 feet away. Second score for the second-year man from Kansas State.
Eric, you know what makes
dealing with right now. Miami ahead by 8. Here's Beasley from Arroyo, drives all the way in without much resistance. Mike the pedal thinking that things just got a little easier for him. Of course, he was concerned about it. He said they should have already learned their lesson. They played New Orleans without Chris Paul this year, and Darren Collison, Paul's backup, turns after 9 games out with that sprained left thumb. Beasley with a power move. He just shot that thing right through Marc Gasol. And Michael Beasley, quick trip to double.
and they reacted better.
12 points from Marc Gasol, 8 coming in this quarter. Beasley's 20-footer is right there. Michael Beasley, who had 10 points in the first, gets his first deuce here in the second.
He made a long J to tie the game. Long 3 to tie it.
32 seconds left first half. Beasley pulls back and connects again. 4 points in a row for Beasley. He's got 14. Miami leads by 13.
Now, how did Michael Beasley do it in that first
They take
half?
fewer shots, they win, which makes no sense at all.
He was just terrific shooting jump shots. He came out shooting the J. That opened up his drives to the rim. Guys don't know how to play Michael because he can shoot the J real well, and then when they try to overplay one way or the other, he can go with the right, he can go with the left, he can stop with a jumper. You know, mid.
An important rebounding maneuver has been a point of emphasis recently for the Heat. Here's Beasley slamming it through with a left hand, and all of a sudden the Heat finding their way again. Their lead was reduced to 2 when Memphis scored 13 straight, but Miami now has responded, and the Heat are back up by 9.
Very good recognition by Chalmers, getting the ball inside the Beasley. Let's take a look at the Mercedes assist of the game. You got a good job by Chalmers. He was looking off the pass to his left like he was going to throw it in the corner. Had Beasley all the way. Good job by Chalmers and Beasley hooking up.
That was your South Florida Mercedes-Benz dealer assist of the game. Michael Beasley with 18 points. Jermaine O'Neal has 13. O'Neal on the bench right now with 4 fouls. For Memphis, Rudy Gay has 15. Shot clock is down to 8. Here's where you miss your superstar Dwayne Wade at crunch time. Beasley, kaboom! Michael Beasley, 20 points for the second straight game. Beasley's 19th game this year.
Left, and they are going to go to Beasley.
Beasley against Randolph. Beasley comes middle, 15-footer is right there. We are tied at 76. Michael Beasley with 22.
What you love about it, Eric, is Beasley wants the ball in that situation. He knows his team needs him, and he loves to come through, and he did. Good job, Beasley, one-on-one on the elbow on Randolph. He liked that confrontation, and he shoots it over Gasol and Randolph, and you can see the determination on his face running back on defense.
By 2. Beasley, the baseline jumper is perfect. Michael Beasley getting the score. And 11 turnovers. 12 on the shot clock. This has been a good matchup for Miami. Beasley strokes it home again. He's got all 4 Miami points here in overtime, and 26 on the night for with 8 points. Here's Chalmers. Now Beasley, the long 2, drops home. Michael Beasley just continues to score from all areas. Pace with Toronto, Chicago, Charlotte, and Milwaukee. All those other teams already won tonight.
Eric, the Heat's going to have the second longest winning streak in the NBA at the moment. Oklahoma City came in tonight's game having won 7 in a row. The Heat would make it 5 in a row, and they've got the second longest streak in the NBA.
And remember, before this winning streak, Miami had lost 5 games in a row. And maybe that was the wake-up call they needed, Tony, to get them back into that Heat mindset of playing hard every possession and hanging your hat on the defensive end of the floor and moving the basketball on the offense.
The most important thing that happened to the Heat, as Beasley gets his career high of 30, was when they had that practice the day before the Houston game at home. They hadn't had one for a while. They cleaned up a lot of things. He came out gangbusters against Houston. They had another practice the day before the Philly game. right after the All-Star game, and those 2 practices really got the Heat back on track.
First 30-point game in Michael Beasley's career, and a tremendous effort for the Heat. How deep did they dig? As deep as they had to go. Michael Beasley enjoying the moment. He deserves this moment. A 30-point, 8-rebound game for Beasley. 18 points and 7 rebounds, along with 4 assists for Mario Chalmers. Udonis Haslem scoring 8 of his 10 points in the second overtime, and Carlos Arroyo